here it is, the Yamaha YP-800 turntable from Japan. These must have been very plentiful in Japan because they're plentiful now. This is a 100-volt version. It uses a step-down transformer. I'm going to go through the repair of this unit. It's almost perfect. We've got some flaking. This is a cast aluminum plinth. You'll see some pictures inside when I've got it flipped over. This tone arm I believe to be a Grace. This has been restored and functions beautifully. If I can see into the eye of Sauron. But yes, the problem was it wasn't keeping time, and it was a voltage issue. I'll get into it, but this is the finished product, and I love it. And I'm keeping it, and it's going to go for another 50 years. Okay, so as it turns out, there's a service manual, and it speaks to the speed issue, and it directs you to check for 19 volts coming off the power supply board. 19 volts DC. And we're going to see a lot of this power supply board in a moment here. Okay, so remember those 2 points there in the multimeter. And here's the multimeter test. I'm looking for 19 volts coming off of that power board. I'm getting almost 19, but that little spike downward. Then I flip it to AC and I'm getting like a weird spike. So yeah, it's just the power board is not giving the right voltage. Okay. All right, so this board's got to come out. I'm going to remove the 4 screws. I've documented everything. I've taken excellent pictures, and I've got my little magnetized thing, which I always use to keep screws in. I'm not going to show you this whole thing, but before I take the screws out, I think I need to desolder all these. And I think these are AC, so it doesn't matter which side they go on, but I'm going to mark, if there's no color differentiation, I'm just going to mark them anyway. Everything else is going to come off and go right back where it was. All right, cool. Just going to mark these. The ones on the left just get 2 marks. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. I don't know enough, but it's going back that way. Using this desoldering wick here. Come on, buddy. Come out. Oh, you're pesky. Come on. It's a little thorny. It's like a little tube, and the wire goes in the tube. This is the one I really need to get off too, because this is feeding bad electricity to the motor. Okay, just get out of there. All right, I don't think you have to see all of them. Plus my hands are probably in the way anyway. Okay, after getting into it for a while, I use this tool. This is like it's like a plunger. And it's got a hot tip and a hole. Where's a hole? There. And then put it on the solder and then melt, and then hit the plunger, and it sucks the solder into a chamber. The board is free. It's not connected by any wire. I'm going to pull it out and flip it over. And here is the power board for the YP-800. It's been here for 50 years. I think these are original caps because I can't see any evidence that anything was ever taken out, replaced. So here's what I'm doing. These two guys are double diodes. These ceramic caps, they're getting replaced. The diodes are getting replaced. These three caps and this transistor. Wow, that is old. Anyway, there's a modern replacement. I'll keep the heat sink, and I may add some heat sinks to the new double diodes. So this is all going to be modern. The interwebs say you replace these components and you get steady power. So that's what we're looking for. Check how crazy this is. This 25 volt 470, the replacement's like, I don't know, quarter the size. That's so weird to me. Okay, this is a noteworthy item here. This is the 2SC1061, apparently a pretty popular transistor at the time. I believe it has some role in voltage regulation, like the feedback loop. The modern, more robust equivalent is a D526 or a KSD526. So, because this is about $2, I'm just going to swap it out. It's just behaving so strangely that I figure I'll just replace a lot of these parts while I have it out. I don't really know what's going on, so it's a restoration. Okay, I've already got the new transistor in and these two capacitors. It's a 470 and a 100, and they are tiny. But I'm going to solder them on now. It's going really fast. Okay, this board is officially recapped. Boop, boop, boop. And transistor, these 4 capacitors. I'm just waiting for my new diodes, and they come tomorrow. Okay, interesting stuff. This needs a diode bridge for converting AC to DC. It uses 2 double diodes, a common cathode and a common anode. That's the common anode, and that's the common cathode dual diode. Okay, that's a mouthful. Now those go here in these 2 positions. You can do it with regular diodes, just orient them the right way. However, we got these tiny little holes in this triple position. This is a modern equivalent, which I found, I think on Audio Karma, somebody was talking about them, and it seems brilliant. So this is the MUR1620, and this is the reversed, the common anode version. And if you spread these pins, they fit nicely here, and they have a little place for a heat sink. So, I mean, it's going to be nothing to get these in the board. I'll do that and then come back. And then this thing's ready to go in and start getting tested. Okay, we got the YP-800 on the Variac at 106 volts. The board is back in. The strobe is not connected. Who cares? These 2 terminals looking for 19 volts steady, not jumping around. Things are looking sweet.